Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Dr. Reyaz Ahmad. Welcome you all in my program. Meet the Winners. This is the normal way of I do the program, but this time we are going to have a panel discussion on a very burning topics, which is affecting each and every individual person from east to west and west to east of India. So this is a real burning question for everyone. So we have brought here the relevant person as a guest to discuss the topic about, and the topic which we are going to discuss about is a very important one. The topic goes like this: that how good is that pressure of the parent and the teacher being put upon the students who are appearing for the examinations, and with special reference to the joint entrance and NEET exams. And all of us who are married and having children, they must be knowing all the phenomenon, process, problems behind this. We are trying to learn the justification of the putting pressure to the children. How good is this? Whether it should be done or not, and if it is being done, what is the impact of that? All these we are trying to explore with the help of our esteemed panelists over here. So I will be the process. The format of the program will be going like this: that I will be first introducing my guest to you, and after that I will be starting questions, asking each and everyone. They will be replying to those questions pertinent to the topic, and this way we will be taking 45 minutes, and after 45 minutes I will be allowing the viewers and listeners to ask questions whatever they want, because this is a good opportunity for them. If they have anything in mind, they can ask the questions. So without any delay, I'm just trying to introduce one by one first of my panelists. So here is one Dr. Anupama Ramachandra. She is founder, principal, and Fulbright awardee, Delhi Public School, Electronic City, Bangalore. She is also educational administrator with pan-India experience for over 2 decades, with postgraduate degree both in English, literature, and education. She is also a Nehru Fulbright awardee with international experience, with a passion of teacher training and writing on educational topics. She is a certified CBSE teacher trainers, secretary, Bangalore Sahodaya Schools Association. At the same time, she is president-elect Rotary E-Club of Bangalore, member of Bangalore Council Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. She has received the Chanakya Award 2019 for excellence in teaching of English from the Public Relation Council of India, the Karnataka Shikshana Ratna State Award. She is the principal par excellence from IIHM for 3 consecutive years. Stri Shakti Samman 2020 from IUEF, Guru Namana 2020 recognition from Rotary District 3190, to name a few of her personal achievements. After teaching in different parts of the country, she is currently the founder principal of DPS Electronic City since 2010. Doctor, you are very much welcome to this panel. So very well welcome. You manage your time, and according to you, what I can say that she is on the way traveling from Mysore to Bangalore. She is stopping somewhere to be a part of this program. I'm really what I say, I'm indebted to you to take so much of pain to attend this program. So welcome to you on board, Doctor. So now the next.
Thank you.
The next guest is Dr. Ayesha Khan. She is MA in English Literature. She is a teacher teaching in Delhi Public School. She is a dynamic training service she is doing. She has taught level 1 and 2 comprising of 15 to 20 students. Areas covered English grammar and conversation skills. She has also been involved in the co-curricular activities and achievements, and she is also working as an NGO. So she has a lot of extracurricular activities beyond teaching. So welcome, Dr. Ayesha, in this program. I'm very much thankful to you you manage to find the time? You are here. So welcome, very much welcome. I welcome to you, Ayesha.
Thank you.
So our
Thank you.
next, our next guest is Dr. Pragya Verma. She is, of course, she is a doctor, PhD doctors, but she feel more happy to become a teacher, and this is something which is very great for her. She is very enthusiastic teacher. I wish her that she get somewhere engagement in the university, and she has done a lot of work in the school itself. She has been teaching for CAIA curriculum, IGCSE, AS, and A level. This is to tell you that I have been also teaching in these schools for 13 years in UAE. So, and I was doing privately these students, and I have produced world topper in mathematics. So I know the IGCSE. So I welcome to. I will be happily seeing that you also get same laurel of what many people are doing. So she is doing AS and A level, which is very difficult to teach unless you are very expert. You will not be able to coach these students. So she is teaching AS and A level student. Okay, she is mentoring a student to pursue research at global universities such as Cambridge, John. Oh my goodness, this is very great things. Okay, Columbia guided them through university selection and mock interviews. So she is also helping the student for their research work. This is a great thing. She won international projects organized by Goethe Institute and TGELF India, targeting issues such as plastic pollution. Very good. She is doing a great job over here. So channelized students' participation in inter-school competition and Olympiads. Again, the great job. Led the community service activities since 2014. Drove AS and A-level students to teach underprivileged students of the CKS Foundations, a Delhi-based non-profit organization. She has research assistant University of Texas, United States, investigated the role of heat shock transcription factor in promoting neutroprotections through novel SHP independent mechanism. So a great job in the research field also. She has been teaching assistant in UTD. She has been research trainee Guru Gobind Singh IP University in Delhi. She has been research fellow Defense Institute of Physiology and Allied Science in Delhi. Also, she has published a lot of papers, a lot of, I think, the peer-reviewed journals. She has almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 research papers. A lot of applause to you, doctor. You are a great researcher, and also you have been presenting a lot of posters and attending conferences, and has got awards, which is quite few numbers. And also she has a good academic record. Her PhD is in molecular and cell biology, and she has done the same thing in the MSc, and she has done BTech in biotechnology. So you have a very, very, very good career background. So welcome to you, Dr. Pragya, in my program. So you have given your time. In my one word, I talked to you and you agreed. I'm very much thankful to you that you are from the Mumbai attending this program. So from Bangalore, Delhi, Bombay, now I want to come back to my place. Come back to my place where I am here. So I welcome now a great person who loves to promote educations. She has been dean of the students welfare in Pilani, and in addition to that, she loves to be a part of all these kinds of programs that I am doing. I think she is helping me a lot many times to be a part of my discussions. And she is not only that, her what I should say, the how hobbies are too much. She what not as a hobby she does. She is doll making. She knows how to dancing. Everything I think she will be explaining this more better than I. So without delaying, I would like now to enter to my main part of my program. So I will be starting my discussion, and the first question the first question I will be going to ask Dr. Pragya Verma about what do you, because she is 100% involved in teaching the joint entrance and NEET students, because her subject is biology. So I want her to explain what are actually joint entrance, JEE and NEET. Just please explain a little bit about this one. Okay, to start with, over to Dr. Pragya, and then
Thank you so
moving forward.
much. Thank you so much, Reyaz sir. Thanks a lot. So obviously the talk today is of how, we are talking about how the pressure of JEE and NEET has led to unnecessary pressure on students. But before we move on to this, we need to understand what JEE and NEET are. It's just that over the span of so many years, these entrance examination have changed names. Sometimes they were known as PMT examination or pre-medical examinations, they were known as, or entrance examinations for engineering. AIE is what they were known as. Now there are two entrance examination to elaborate. One is JEE, that is Joint Entrance Eligibility Examination, which is conducted by the IITs. So we all know that IITs are one of the most prestigious institutions, and they are targeting different type of engineering there. So it is not just computer science or let's say just electronic engineering, but all the other different type of engineerings field which are also available in IIT, which also includes biotechnology, which also includes textile engineering, which also includes automobile engineering. So for this to apply to these IITs, they have this JEE examination, and it is conducted in two parts. The other one is the NEET, which is for the medical entrance examination. Just to elaborate, the full form of this is National Entrance. So it's called as National Eligibility cum Entrance Test. And
Right.
it is done, both of them is actually done at the undergraduate level. That is in grade 12, kids give this examination, and depending upon how they have scored, they either take up the medical field into which they have applied, that is MBBS or BDS, that is normal medical, or BDS refers to the dental courses which are there. Now, if you consider the number of students who actually appear for these examinations, last year, according to the statistics they have, it shows about 16 lakh students applied for this examination. So the amount of students who are applying for these examinations are a lot. And mind it, 90% of these students have been preparing for years. Some of them have even dropped a year after grade 12 just to prepare for these examinations. So the pressure to perform, the pressure to get selected into one of these colleges, whether it is the IITs or the best government colleges for medical, is too high on these kids. So over to you, Dr. Reyaz.
Yes, welcome. This year, as the statistics say, there is 18 lakh students appeared. So since 2019 to 2022, the number is every year increasing. Okay, now the main question is this, that because it has been popularized so much and it has been talked about so much, it seems to be that every parent wants their children to be either doctor and engineer only. Naturally, when our country is the youngest generation country, where the number of people who are going to the schools are much higher compared to the others, and compared to the number of the students appearing, the number of jobs and seats are not in the right proportion. Naturally, the competition will be higher. Also, another issue is that the grade 12 examinations is separated from these exams, joint entrance and NEET exams. So what is happening? The students are appearing to clear, first of all, grade 12, or some people go for integrated study, which is your grade 12. And for this reason, because the school is not coaching this, a parallel business has been established in the form of the coaching centers. So the coaching centers are now doing what they are taking the students for the integrated program, which is from grade 11, 12 plus, letting them, coaching them for appearing joint entrance and the NEET exam. And because of that, The pressure to the parent is to arrange money to spend on their children to go to the coaching centers, because the belief is that if they don't send to them, they will not be able to compete. This rumor and has been already propagated by each and everyone. People have a firm belief that without that, my child will not be succeeding. So in order to that, they are spending a lot of money. So money spending is a pressure on the parent. So the parent in return wants from their children, look, I'm spending a lot of money for your study. So I will be expecting you that you become successful in this program and come out as a doctor. And this pressure starts not from grade 11, 12, it starts from grade 8. So naturally, every students who are going to the schools, they are made to believe that they are studying in the school not to pass grade 12. They are studying to become a NEET cracker and JEE crackers. And these words, now the crackers, we only used to listen before in what you call these festivals, okay, firecrackers. But nowadays, the word cracker becomes so popular. Each and every children's are talking that I become JEE cracker and NEET cracker. These words have become so much popular. Okay, so thing is that where is the investment? There is a question of return. So parents are investing money to the children, so the return is expected, and return through whom? Not only the parent, teacher is also doing the same thing, because teacher survival in the school and the school's prestige is attached with the number of students who crack JEE and NEET. So pressure to the student is coming from all ways. Not only this, the peers pressure, not only this, relative pressure, society pressures. The child is the one who is bearing the pressure from all sides. Obviously, we know that the pressure, if it is proportionate, it will have some side effects. So naturally, it is creating some kind of side effect to the children. I would like now to put a question to our esteemed panelist, Dr. Anupama. Are you there, Doctor? Dr. Anupama, are you there? I think she, okay, no problem. So now I will ask this question to Ayesha. What's your opinion about how good is this to put a pressure upon the child to return the investment that the parents are doing and make the society and each and peers and everyone happy? So how is this, how fair is this, whether it should be done or not?
Well, I think, I mean, ideally, it should not be done.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's how it is. That is what the truth is. Achievement has become more important than learning. And, I mean, schools and parents and friends, schools and parents and society, they have, I mean, schools, they want excellent results. Parents, they pin their hopes and aspirations on children. And society labels achievers as successful. So basically it's that fear of failure which really stresses the children out, and it's not a good thing to do. So it's very important to make them understand that their mental health is definitely more important than cracking that exam. And in order to do that, we as teachers have a great moral responsibility. We have to make them understand that highs and lows are an important part of life. There was a lovely quote by Ratan Tata, that I'd like to uh, uh, speak over here. He said that ups and downs are a part of life, and so even a straight line in an ECG, it means that we are not alive. So it's very important for children to understand that it's not a big deal. So if suppose they don't crack a particular exam, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. they can look at other options and do other things in life.
Okay, very good. You are suggesting the pressure from the parent is obvious because everybody want to achieve a great status in the society, and they want what the children love for the children is that what I could not do, I let my children do. So they want to see them successful in the life. So from their side, they are right to do, or they should do like this one. But at the same time, it is the pressure which is acting negatively to the students. So what I'm trying to now put the question in this way, Dr. Anupama, that pressure from the parent is essential because they are investing and they want their children to be in a good position and acquire good status in the society. At the same time, the teachers are also must put pressure. Without pressure, children might not work. And also there is a pressure on the teacher from the management to give the good results. So all these pressures have some kind of relevancy from their perspective, but the children are really suffering. But what as Ayesha Khan told, that this is unavoidable, we can do. But should there be not a mechanism, a kind of orientation to be given from the school from the very beginning side, to let the student understand that this is not the end of the life. As see, there is many other paths you can take and reach. So should there be not a kind of counseling from the very beginning, from grade 8, or could be a chapter, could be a topic, could be included in the syllabus, to let the student understand not to be madly go after this one. They must understand there are other paths also. Do you think it is good to have, Dr. Anupama?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Reyaz, for that wonderful question. Taking off from where Dr. Pragya and Ayesha have put out the facts, I would like to add that I don't know how many of them agree with me, but students are very clear about what they want to do in life. They have no confusion on what are the subjects they want to take. Are they able to crack JEE? Are they able to crack NEET? They know it very well. But the tragedy of the whole situation is the adults around them. It may be parents, it may be schools, it may be teachers. There is some kind of pressure from everyone for, they justify the kind of pressure they put on the children. But what is very sad is we have to understand the numbers itself is very stressful. Like, for example, when we are talking about NEET, like Dr. Pragya said, over 18 lakh students took up the exam. And the data says that around 52% of them were able to pass the exam. It doesn't mean that all the 52% will be placed.
Yes, doctor, yes. There is lagging. I can see he's on the way. So. I think she is.
Colleges, yes, or are you looking out that what is, hello?
Yes, I'm with you.
Yes. So are we finding out what is happening to the other 14 lakh students who wrote NEET exam, but they did not make it to medical colleges? I think that is the responsibility of all of us to find out and counsel students. Like you told, there are so many courses, undergraduate courses that don't need NEET scores. Courses, BSc in paramedical services, physiotherapy, nursing. Then we have even courses in hospital management or health services. There are so many courses that don't need NEET scores. So are we doing enough to guide these students and say that it's okay, you can take up NEET, but if you don't make it to medical colleges, there are other fields with biology as the main subject, or medical fields which you can do. Forensic sciences is there. So we have to guide children that you attempt, but you should always have a plan B in place. It is so necessary for us to tell the children that you can pursue the subject you want, but do you know what you'll do if you don't make it to these prestigious colleges. So I think some kind of counseling is not enough only for students. Even parents have to be counseled. Even teachers have to be given this information to keep talking to students in the classrooms about courses which are available. If they don't make it to the IITs or the government medical courses, what they have to do in life is something that we have to talk to students about, because sometimes there is ignorance all around students. There's nobody to guide them. So I think we have to work on this part where we give them the right knowledge, we give them the right information so that they can make informed choices.
So, Doctor, are you going to suggest that this kind of effort must be taken? And the question there immediately arises that who will do that? Should there be a curriculum, or the school should take the responsibility, or who will do this kind of counseling? Because it's needed to each and every
Yes.
one. Yeah.
I very firmly believe, Mr. Reyaz, that we have to be the agents of change. We cannot put the blame or responsibility on anybody else. The students spend a considerable amount of quality time with the school. So I think starting this kind of counseling and education in school is something that we have to take it on ourselves.
Yeah, it's very good. You have rightly pointed out the 10% people passed. What about the 90%? There is so many jubilation. Oh my God! In the media, every coaching center, every schools are giving their large numbers of students passed, but nobody is talking about those who did not crack the exams. And is there any arrangement? Is there any kind of counseling from the big level to make them understand that, okay, you did not crack, okay, so you have the option to go it again, or if you feel like that you cannot be able to go to this line. I think this is the proper time. Soon after the results, there should be a kind of programs in the TV, or people should start writing articles on this, that there are many options where you can go. So don't think this is the end of the journey. Okay, where it ends, from there many things it starts. So I think this kind of things are needed. You know that last year, I think, or year before, number of attempts has been removed from the this NEET exams. In the joint entrance, they can have 3 chances, but this NEET exam, there is no. So what is happening? I have a personal experience. One of my friend was talking to me that in his family, a person appeared to the exam 6 times, and he had succeeded in the 7th times. And by the time he succeeded, he's so much behind the other people that he's feeling now that what I did. So also it should be like that. Okay, let the student understand that if you could not crack 2 times, okay, so you try to find that it's difficult for you to crack again, because every year's nature of question, because the succeeding in the exam is not only on my study. Okay, there is a ranking. There is a ranking over there. So if that particular year most of the students are good, better than him, obviously he will not achieve. Okay, on that particular day, the next year, for example, at the time of exam, your moods are not good, you are already under pressure. It's not necessarily the next time you will do good. All these pros and cons and probabilities should be clearly explained to the student, that when you are going to repeat, it is not a fair chance and not by high probability that you are going to succeed. I'm not saying that you will not, but probability is not necessarily higher according to presumption. Some people think because every year its questions are different. Okay, it's not like that. When you practice more, one day you will take a jump of 2 meters. By practice, you go to 2.5, 3.1. That's different. But here the exam is completely different. It's not that practice makes a man perfect. Not like that. Each individual exam is different. When I was teaching up IGCSE students, O-level students, some people, 1 or 2 students did not pass the exam, or he got the grade which he doesn't like. For example, he got C, but he wants A. So students wanted to repeat it again. I never allowed my student to repeat it again immediately. I said them, okay, you go to the AS, do the A level, and at the end, if you feel like you are not enough, then repeat this, and their system allow, repeat the O level, you will get automatically A star. But don't immediately repeat and make yourself feeling, because you are losing, you are losing 4 times that you will devote to this, and without proceeding ahead. So this is not good. So I don't know how it will work with this in this case, but this is what I used to tell the students. Failure is not a good thing to tolerate about or bear it. That you succeeded and you repeating is not a good thing. It's make the people inferior from the within. So he should be moving forward. He should be moving forward and find the other way to. There are many places where he can sign. So now I will be moving out from the school to the university. And I would like to put a question to Dr. Priti Bajpai. When you are, when the students are coming to the university, doctor, and you are already counseling in the department where you need to meet with many people, I see students are waiting outside your room, and they keep discuss the problem. So I'm sure that majority of the students have cracked JEE and they join here, or some people just want to study in Dubai based Pilani because this for safety and security reason. So according to your experience with these students, what you are going to suggest that how these exams should be taken off, whether the pressure is important or should be or should not be. If not, how the student will be motivated to succeed in this. So Dr. Bajpai, over to you.
So, like the other panelists said, and we all are on the same page about this, the pressure on the students is not good for their mental health. You know, when we talk of pressure and mental health, the World Health Organization defines mental health as the state of well-being, when one can cope with the stress and realize their potential in order to work fruitfully. So now we know that pressure is not good. All the pressure which comes, that also has been discussed in this discussion. Parents and the peer group and, you know, the societal pressure, all that is there. So it's not healthy. This we all agree. When NTA, the National Testing Agency, which conducts our JEE and NEET, they have so many other colleges, like it's not only for IITs. We have JEE for the IITs. We have admission test for the NITs. So there are plenty of options. So it's not that we have only the 2 options available. Either they go to 23 IITs, or you know, if they don't get into that, that's the end of the world, or the sky is going to fall. So now these days, as Mrs. Anupama had suggested, teachers and the parents, if they give proper counseling and guidance to the children, that see, engineering is not the only option, or medical is not the only option, unless and until the child is himself or herself keen into going into that. So now, in that case, when, you know, these days we are living in a very different time. So many opportunities are there. If you see, there are, like Mrs. Anupama was suggesting, forensic sciences and hundreds of other fields are there. Why should, you know, the parents force the children to go to engineering only, or ask the children to be a doctor? Gone are the times when, you know, India got independence and the government wanted to build a scientific temper. At that time, engineering and medical, they all were supposed to be very, very prestigious, and that was the need of the time. The country wanted engineers to build the country. It wanted doctors because the massive population, and there was a need for them. But now that's not the case. there are so many things which children can do. You look at animation, for example. My own daughter, who did, her BTech, and after that, she went for a master's in computer animation. So these are the fields which have lot of potential. Every movie these days has visual effects. So there is a market for computer animation. There is a market for web designers. There is a market for so many other things. So it's not that if a child doesn't go for engineering or medicine, they will not be able to be successful. So I think from the grassroots, if we start from the home, if parents, for themselves, it's very, very clear that let the child do what the child wants. Go where your heart takes you. So if you leave it to the child, he will, maybe after his 12th, he might not be mature enough to take a call. But let him join, let him do something, and then if he wants to diversify, let him go. So I feel that most of the time it is parents who are to be blamed, because they themselves want their wishes to be fulfilled. And when children come to BITS in our institute, I see that many of them are, they come here because the parents wanted them to study. They don't come because they wanted to do engineering. So they are forced to do that. And what happens is their performance gets affected. When they are asked to do physics, chemistry, mathematics in the very first year, they are completely put off. What they do is they get involved in all sort of things. They will focus more on the other activities rather than on studies, because that's not what they wanted to do in life. We have examples where I see that the child is going on telling the father that I don't want to do, BE in biotechnology. My interest is in nutrition. But when the father was called, he said, no, I know that is only for 3 semesters she'll have to do maths, and I think she can cope it, and let her do this. So the father didn't agree, and the child is suffering. You can see her performance is affected. So the main problem, I think, is the mindset of parents.
Oh, very good, doctor. So you are suggesting that the main, I should not say the word, but I'm saying a main villain is the parent who
Yes.
is putting pressure on the children to do what they want to do by the children. So this is not good. Everybody, all the panelists agreeing. Okay, now I'm thinking that the pressure is because of the result is result percentage is very low. So that's why the pressure is being created more. But is there any possibility? Is there any possibility that if the number of institutes are increased, so obviously in proportion to that, the pressure on the children to do that much might be decreased? I would like to put this question to Dr. Pragya. Do you think like this? Is there something to be done by the government to increase the number of institutions, or we should be taking the step from our side and let us try to do what the student wants to do? So you just try to give us an option what should be done.
Thank you, Dr. Reyaz. So obviously it is a very easy answer to say that the government will have to set up more institute to match up to the 18 lakh, to match up to the 90% who were not able, as Dr. Anupama mentioned. But the thing is that the institutes they need to set up should be of that quality, right?
Yes.
That is the main thing. It is not about quantity. To fulfill the quantity of students that we are looking at the institutes which are set up should be able to give us the same kind of doctors. Maybe some medical colleges might be set up, but they don't have medical equipment which is enough for all the students who are coming in. So a lot of quality control, and as you also know, sir, establishment of these institutes is not an overnight thing. It takes years and years to set them up, to get the quality, to get that type of professors who will be teaching them that particular type of curriculum, which is not an easy task. Obviously there are people who are already teaching in the IITs, so we need the level of those experienced teachers who will be able to guide the new cohort of students who is able to come into these institutes. So I personally think that just opening up new institution will not be the final solution. The main solution actually lies with the teachers. In fact, whether we talk at coaching institute, and I personally believe, or whether we talk at school, main thing is that we need to set up like a student well-being department, where it is very, very important for each student to be told that the learning is more important. The knowledge which they gain throughout their life is more important than a particular result in a particular year. There have been multiple examples. It's my journey which I'll talk about. I gave my PMTs. I did not clear my PMTs, but I ended up being a neuroscientist. So it is not that a child who is not able to clear PMT at a particular level will not be able to perform in life. And that is what our kids have to be told. Opening up more institutes will, today, as you said, it is 18 lakhs right now in 2022. Maybe after 4 years down the lane, it will become 50 lakhs. The new institutes which open, they will not be able to cater to those extra students again. So it is our students who have to be told that it is perfectly fine to, the parents have to sit down with their children and say that learn the physics, chemistry, maths, learn the physics, chemistry, biology, which is there. The knowledge is more important. What is important is you take the knowledge. The competition is anyway severe, but you will be successful in life. This result is not going to define your entire life. There are many options. And, sir, also I would like to add a 17-year-old. It's too early for a 17-year-old to decide that, okay, I am going to be a cardiosurgeon. Yes, some of the students are very clear about it, and that's what upsets them. I'm going to talk this, I'll take you back to 2001. When I gave my entrance exam, I had a lot of kids who were very clear, we want to become a cardiosurgeon, but they were very upset that they could not clear the NEET. But I'm telling you, they have ended up being cardiosurgeons today. And some of them have actually ended up being researchers which deal with heart diseases. So, if you have a love for that subject, if you have a love for that topic, you will find your way. Finding a way is never going to be difficult. And that is what parents, schools have to sit with children. Even coaching institutes, I know coaching institutes will be there. They need their money, they need their results, but they need to tell those kids that it is very, very important that you learn what we are teaching you. In the end, if you do not get the result, you take home the knowledge. And that is very, very important. As they always say, the journey is more important rather than the last result which you get in that. So I'll just quote Swami Vivekanand, who has always said, put your level best. What you think is actually your level best, that is what is important. Do not worry about the end result. It is in the effort that you prove your sincerity and not in the result that you prove it. Yeah.
That's very good. Doctor, the problem is that a child working every day, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, and then at the end, he cracked the exam and he succeed. Everybody is only talking about his success only, but how much effort he has been doing every day, nobody appreciates that one. This is also,
yes,
and we are thinking about the ends, but we are not talking about the means. And that is most important, as you quoted, you put the quotation, because it's how you do is more important than how much you gained and how much you learned. This is most important because the journey itself is more important. Actually, from this, I come to a point like that. Do you think, or can we think that many people, many students are misguided to go through these kind of exams? They are not capable and they are taking under the pressures. So should be any mechanism to have a test before they go to the exam, that are you suitable for these exams, or are you going to be a good doctor in future, or good to be a good engineer on this? Should there be any mechanism like this to do counseling before they appear? Otherwise, when they already wasted their time, and after 3 or 4 years, there's somebody he come to understand, then he has already lost his 4 years. Because if you are taking wrong train, you are never going to reach that destination. So that it can happen that some children are not capable of doing this, but under the pressure or whatsoever, so he or she boarded in the wrong train, and if they are wrong train, they cannot be succeeding. So I would like to put the question this way, that should there will be a kind of counseling before, or a testing before the students are allowed to appear these exams, that are they really capable of those exams, or should be or not, and the decision should be agreed upon and accepted by all. I'm just putting a proposal. I'm not saying that it should be. I'm just putting a proposal, because if you already wasted 3 or 4 years, somebody 6 years, what did you gain? But if the disease are recognized before, then it will be much beneficial for the children, for everyone. So I would like to put the most pertinent person to answer this question, Dr. Anupama. What do you think about this one? What I said? You listened to me? What I said?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So thank you for that question, Mr. Reyaz. I would also like to add an extension to what Dr. Pragya said just now, answering your question. That instead of, and I completely stand by what she said, that instead of increasing the number of institutions that can accommodate the lakhs of students who take up these entrance exams, I think we have to be a progressive society and reduce the number of children who take up these exams. It is so important to counsel the students beforehand whether they can crack these exams or not. And answering your question that you put to me, I think grade 9, 10, and 11, I'm me that there are clear indicators, or if I may call it red flags, that clearly show that the child is not made for these exams that she or he is taking up. But ignored, they are overlooked, have to crack these exams. So during their midterms, during their annual examinations, it is very clear that they are not ready to take up that rigor of NEET exam maybe, and later on even for their MBBS. But still they are forced, because parents say that this is what I want my child to do. So no matter what exam you keep or what qualifying assessment you keep, very sadly, students are forced to do something that they are not capability for. They are very clear on what they want to do, but they're not encouraged. They say that, no, these are not careers. Like I had a student in my school. He was sent to a place, to Kota, for this JEE preparation. He could not take the stress. He just gave up. And for 2 years, he was sitting at home. He said, no, I don't want to study at all. Finally, when he came back, he said, I will take up academics only if I am given humanities, and I want to pursue liberal arts. And he is doing wonderfully well now. I'm so glad that he took a firm stand and his parents had to give in. Otherwise, he would have failed miserably if he was forced to take up engineering or JEE. So students know what they want. It is just that, do parents encourage children to pursue their dreams? Because if they do, they will do extremely well in life.
Very good, doctor. So now, after the discussion, this is very, very clear to believe that the pressure from the parent is not going to decrease in any way, because this is a kind of a disease which is uncurable, because every parent wants to give their children better life, and the better life, they think that what I could not become, my children must do that one. And this is not going to be removed. And unless, as he said, that you cannot feel the pain of the father unless you become father. So by this time, 40 years time will go away till they will believe. So this is not the solution. So thing is what in my opinion, what I think is that there must be a proper mechanism to check and balance to the number of students who are going to appear in the exam, so that they can take they board the proper train to reach the proper destination. This is extremely important. You are not to just that everybody will become. If everybody will become doctor, then where will the patient? This is simple theory. So what is important is the people should get a good life, through a good way of earning. Okay, and as long as you are doing this, your purpose of life is already fulfilled. But it's not necessary that you will be earning the money through the being a doctor alone. Now look over here. As is the demand of the doctor, so much is the problem with the life of the doctor nowadays. In the corona, what we have seen? In the corona, we have seen the most suffering community, or most people who was on the front of the fight against the COVID were the doctors, and the number of doctors already got expired as well. And at the same time, their duty, they were not getting any time to sleep also, just because it is more important. So look here, the doctors who become doctor, they are also not happy with their life. So this kind of situation should also be explained to the student. When you become a doctor, you are wasting 5 years of time, using 5 years of life in MBBS, then 3 years of your life in MD, and then only you will become well-recognized doctor to be able to practice. But not everybody can succeed in this profession. That is also the case. Also, your integrity is doubted nowadays. If you are a doctor in the hospital, your integrity is doubted. Nobody will believe you. Some commission and all these things are there. A kind of corruption scenario is also there. So all these should be explained in the school to the student to understand what kind of job he's going to take. If this kind of things are done, I think that some kind of difference of opinions will develop, and the students will be trying to think the better way. This is what I'm thinking. So now there was a survey done by NCERT about the mental health. So I would like to just now share here. Oh, sorry. 1 minute. This was a survey of mental health. Are you all seeing this? Doctor, are you all seeing this?
No, not yet.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Not yet.
I will just show you. I will just show you because it was not shared. It was not shared. Yeah. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir, we can see your
Yes,
screen.
we can see your
So
screen.
this is
yes.
the NCERT survey about the mental health. Now look what is the problem. The problem is the percentage of students responsible on aspect of mental health. The satisfaction with body image, only 55%. Satisfaction with personal life, 51%. Satisfaction with the school life, 73.5%. Responsibility of doing well, 84%. Responsibility is this much. Hesitation in asking question, 28.4. All these are the pressure the students are on the mental health of the students are being built up through the pressure by the parent, teachers, and all that. It is happening. I'm just trying to ask the question. Next question is that what is most important? What is most important? The health of the child, or letting him become a doctor in any case? So I think the answer is very simple, but I want to be spelled out this one to let the people understand. So I will ask this question, to put this question, a small, simple question to Ayesha. What do you think? Yeah, in your opinion, it should be the mental health of the student is important, or that he must come out as a flying color and become a doctor? What do you suggest?
Definitely, the mental health of the child is more important. And, like all the others have said so far, that it's very important to, for the child to understand what he wants to do. And, so basically, the parents and the schools should not pressurize the child to become a doctor or an engineer. It should be left to the child, because it's like, they should do what they love and love what they do. So it's very, very important for the child to understand that. And because I mean, this whole rat race, it creates a lot of pressure on the child. And so it's very important for him to understand his passion, and then work towards his own passion.
Okay, very good, doctor. So now I'm already near to the 7:26, and I will trying to give now chances the audience to ask the question. But before us, we have a very knowledgeable person already on the with us, and Dr. Zaid Khan is already here. Sir, please, yeah, I would like you to contribute to the discussion. What, according to you, you have already listening, so try to give some kind of your experience and ideas and suggestion. It will be more valuable to the panelists as well as to the program. So over to Dr. Zaid, Professor Zaid, sir. Sir, unmute yourself, sir. Unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself. Unmute, sir. Please unmute yourself. Yes.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, okay.
Okay, thank you. In fact, I was not ready to retake your questions, but
No, it's not question, suggestion.
Yeah. Okay. So, in fact, you see, I've been present here since I think 8:20 or something like that, and I have listened to, you see, the solution given by, you see, a number of teachers who participated in it. There should not, in fact, I have been associated, you see, right from schooling. I was in the Aligarh Muslim University, where I started my pre-university, and then the last degree I also got from the same university. And I have a feeling that, you see, one should not, there should not be any pressure on the child what he or she wants to study, because I had a room partner in Aligarh, and both of us were in pre-university science course. Now, he found that he's not suitable for science, so he had taken, you see, he opted for arts. So he lost 1 year, but after that, one day, you see, he cleared IPS, Indian Police Service. And since, you see, at that time, there was some issue of color blindness, he could not do it, but he joined Indian Revenue Service, IRS. And he was very successful and retired as Principal Commissioner of Income Tax. You see, so I have seen such an example in my own university or in my own hostel, that you see someone who had interest, you see, in not in science but arts, and due to pressure he had to take admission in arts sciences, but finally he switched over to arts and performed very well in those times. And I have a number of examples in the university itself, because there were many students who were studying engineering, but they were not good students in engineering. But somehow, you see, they were very practical in life. And finally, I found that after completing their engineering, they became very, very successful. Some of them successful engineers, some of them successful business persons in, you see, related to engineering. So, I mean, there should not be any pressure on any child, I think. It should be left, you see, to the child. But guidance is very, very important because, you see, at that age, a child does not know, I mean, what is the best for him or her. So guidance at the school level is very, very important, plays a very important role.
Very good.
I think that should be kept in mind. And for that, of course, there should be counseling centers, more and more counseling centers, so that they can guide the child right at the school level in which direction he or she should go.
That's
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Continue.
Yeah, I think that is my opinion. Yeah.
Now, you're very right, sir. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, why the student will waste his life, and after 2 or 3 years come to know that he's not meant for that. So, like, you took a train. I want to go to Kolkata, and you just recognize that after 1 or 2 hours journey, oh, this is not the train which I should board. So you have already wasted your time, and then you come back to the main place and take another time. So you are losing the valuable hour and minute and second of your life. This is not important. This is very, very bad. This is very, very important. You are wasting your time every single second. You are answerable to God. Where did you use it? If you are using it in a wrong way, a wrong path, it's not going to give you any benefit. So I'm also strongly suggesting that there must be a mechanism to discover the IQ position, IQ level of the students in order to decide about them, give decision about them, which course they should be going to choose. This is very, very important. Anyway, in the absence of all these mechanisms, the father wants the doctor to become doctor, but nobody is trying to think one day that who are going to teach these doctors and engineers. There is no such kind of desire among any child, or the parent also doesn't want their children to be a good teacher. If you are not going to produce a good teacher, how these subjects and how this knowledge will grow. So anyways, so now if there is any other person want to ask the question, then I would like to take it up. Anyone, please ask your question from the audience. Tamsil, are you there? Hello? Is there anyone who asked the question? Okay, anyway. So now I would like to just try to sum up the program, but one last question I would like to address by all of you. I will just try to narrate a kind of crack a joke. Okay, this will try to make it the whole scenario understand very, very well. Okay, that a person wanted to go to Delhi. So there is a train from Kolkata to Delhi and Delhi to Kolkata. So as usual, the people always reach a platform very late. So he also reached the platform very late, and the train was already standing on the platform. So he entered and asked the gatekeeper, where is the Bombay Mail? So which platform? He just, okay, this is the Bombay Mail. He just got up the train, okay? And after a few minutes, when he got the seat, and after sitting, he wanted to socialize and talk to the people in front of him. Where are you going? So the person says, I'm going to Bombay. He said, what is this? He's saying Bombay. So he thought maybe he did not understand my question. Then he put this question to the other person. He's also saying, I'm going to Bombay. Then he started thinking, what is this? He's saying Bombay. Then he wanted to confirm by the third people. He also said that he's going to Bombay. But he recognized that, look, I wanted to go to catch the train of Bombay Mail which goes to Howrah. But I have boarded the Bombay Mail which goes to Bombay. What should I do now? Now he realized. But he is a man of principle. He is not going to submit. So what he's saying, this is very important, which many people are doing nowadays. He's saying, look, my country has developed so much. In the same compartment, one person is going to Howrah, one person is going to Bombay. So this is the same story. People are not going to accept their mistake. He's trying to justify the mistake also, that there are very less people. Not everybody can become doctor. Not everybody become engineers. Why not to choose another way and make their children to take a path which is also going to have a lucrative life. Now see here, I come to know the LLB degrees nowadays. When it becomes 5 years integrated program of LLB, there is also a kind of selection teams are going there and taking them, and they are paying salary more than 1 lakh per month. There is a economics, there is a political science, there is many other branches you can put where the people can get a lucrative job and thereby good life. But these are not being highlighted. So because of this, because of the absence of all these informations, the children are not able to think. So as all of you have already pointed out, that this information should be given to the children, and Dr. Zahid also said there should be a guiding scheme, that should be a guidance provided to the student in the school to have all the information. Then let them make a choice, whatever they. In that case, he will not be repenting upon his own decision. But now under the pressure, he is taking up, but he's not able to accept it, and he is taking wrong steps. We have heard the news many times. In news, the students are committing suicide. They are taking away their life. Just because of that, he has not taken his own decision. Once the child, as the Dr. Anupama already pointed out, the children are now fully aware what they are doing. So if they take the decision by themselves, they are not going to blame to anyone, and they are not going to take a serious steps like committing suicide. So the mechanism should be there from the very beginning, where you can make a decision about children, which is called continuous process of assessment. If you have the continuous process of assessment, then you can be able to decide or make a what you call suggestion or recommendation for the student what to take. So this is a kind of thing which is strongly felt by all the guests over here. They have pointed out. Now, what is more important point is that that after doing the job, okay, doing the job, many children becoming engineer, they are switching to the other jobs, which is very much available. Data is available. They started with the mechanical engineer, then he just switched to the like you see, just this is the case. All the mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, they are switching to the IT field. I think, Doctor, in Bangalore and Southern India, there is a lot of universities. The students are studying mechanical energy engineering, but going to the IT field. And what is this? So whatever you are studying, you are not doing that job. There is also a miscalculation of the scenario, the number of job and number of available seats and all that. So these kind of confusions are also there. Somebody is raising a hand. Okay. You can ask your question, please. Ask your question. Somebody, hello? You just took it off. Anyway, so I would like to conclude with these few words, okay, that everybody have the right to achieve a very good life and to eat what he want to eat, to do the job what he wanted to do. This is everybody's right choice. But we must have to think about what we have to think about. Is it available? Is it available to me easily? Or am I going to face problem in this one? So make a choice which is achievable, make a decision which is attainable. This is extremely important. Don't just follow don't be the hard mentality that my father become doctor, my all family are doctors, so I must be doctor. Let us think about this. Don't do that one, as it is suggested by all of my panelists. Also, it is suggested that it is not possible for any government to increase the number of a medical college to give admission to everyone. This is not possible because the population is increasing every day. In proportionate to that, it is not easy to develop the infrastructure. This is difficult. Also, we come to understand that everybody has equivocally agreed and said that the parents are mostly responsible in this case. So parent must be giving a second thought before he is forcing his child to become a doctor engineer. He should be observing with the help of some expert people, or he should take his some kind of counseling, some kind of guidance centers to know about the child's capacity and capability to cope with the pressure that he's going to take off. So this is recommended by our panel, and also everybody has felt that every parent wants this one, this is desire, but not all the desires are made. We have to be rational and reasonable in every decision that we make for the children. So and finally, Dr. Zaid already pointed out that the guidance is also extremely important. I'm very much thankful to all of you, the guests that who given their time and we hope that your suggestions and your talks will be reached to the people. They will listen to you, and the parent will be having their second thought about their pressure to the children, and also children will learn that what is reasonable they should take up. They should try to explore before they do make any decisions. So hopefully these message will reach the people, and they will be able to correct their steps before it is too late. So thank you very much to all the panelists who given their time. Taking a part in the program is a kind of social service you have given, and all these what you have done, I will be paying back to you. It is a good work you did. You will be getting back in a good form. So God bless you all and give you in return, and your good thoughts goes to reach to every people, and they act upon. I'm also thankful to the Dr. Bajpai. She is always agreed to come and honor my program. So thank you very much. Thank you very much to Pragya. Thank you very much to Dr. Ayesha. Thank you very much. I'm extremely sorry to put pressure on Dr. Anupama. She is on the way from Mysore to this, but she is dedicated a person. So she took all the pressure, and she is standing somewhere, and there she is participating. A lot of applause for you, doctor. And at the end, I will also, Dr. Zaid, he was sick, but he just because I requested him, he came to attend my program. So to Dr. Anupama, Dr. Pragya, Dr. Ayesha, Dr. Bajpai, and Dr. Saisab, thank you very much. God bless you all. And hope I will see you again in some other program, because in the panel discussion, not everybody can have a lot of time to talk, but that's why we wanted to put the brief question, brief answer. So our program will continue. So every Saturday or Sunday, I make programs. Sometimes I invite individual people to talk about their life. Sometimes I make this kind of a panel discussion. So maybe I will need your services again. So just and I will send you the recording of this one. I do not say that subscribe my channel on this one, but if you feel like doing this, I will be more happy when I will send you the recording of this. So if you feel like subscribing, then it will be good, because this thing should reach to the each and every people. So thank you once again. I think I will be stopping the live stream, and I'm stopping the recording. And if anybody wants to talk to me further, I'm here to talk. Otherwise, other people, those who